Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, if you are in Arizona and you are looking to buy or you're looking to find out more information about home buying, you've come to the right place. Okay, so I'm an Arizona real estate agent and home locator, and I want to help you just to educate you on the process, okay, of even getting to the point of home ownership. Okay, before we get there, we want to look at, and compare, renting to buying. I know that's, a thing that people talk about all the time, renting and buying, but let's really dig into it a little bit. Okay, so when it comes to renting, obviously, you know that you are paying your landlord, you are not building equity, and it's not something that you could leave or pass down as generational wealth. Okay, so wealth does not have to mean lots of money. Wealth can be land, wealth can be property, wealth can be homes. Okay, does not have to be money. But if you were to leave real estate to your children, it could translate to money. They could possibly use it for income and get somebody in there. Or if it came down to it, they themselves could live in the home and not have to worry about shuffling around and just having that stability. Okay, so if you're the type of parent that want to build that type of generational wealth, which, for centuries, that is what our ancestors did. Once they were able to, they built wealth, homes and whatnot, and passed them down. Now we're moving away from that, but I do see things shifting back that direction. Even people getting multi-generational homes. I'm seeing a lot more of that. So multi-generational homes could be like a next generation home where there's like an apartment in the home, or there's a casita in the home, or even a shed or a tiny house that's on property where there's individuals in the family could live there if they needed somewhere to live. Okay, so we talked about building the equity. Now with the rents right now, I will say it looks like prices are softening in the rental market. However, they're also softening in the sales. Okay, so if you're looking at buying, most definitely, jump in right now. Some sellers are offering some concessions right now. The thing is, if you're able to buy, I would say do it, because people always say, when's the best time to buy real estate? Yesterday, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's only going to, go back to stable. Okay, so even though it fluctuates, at some point it's going to level out, and it's better to be able to have something solid that you could hold on to if it came down to it. So you don't have to deal with the shifting management companies, you having to deal with all types of things when you're renting. I mean, it's endless, when it comes to restricting what type of pets you can have, if you can even have pets, restricting the type of animals you can have, all of that. Your parking is restricted a lot of times, especially if you're in an apartment. Sometimes the people have to register. Your visitors get towed, or they have to walk 5 minutes to get to your place. And, all of that is, yes, sometimes you get the luxury of the pools, the gyms, and all the amenities. But guess what? There's townhomes and condos that have those very same amenities that you could explore as well. So if you want the pool and the gym and all that on site, there's lots of places in Arizona that do offer those things. Okay, so don't feel like you have to get into a house to make it a home. Okay, all right. So let's talk about the risks. Okay, so if you're renting, from your landlord, obviously they can raise the rents wherever they want, whatever they want them to be. And obviously when you're a homeowner, your property taxes and insurance are going to fluctuate as well. However, with a good tax person, I'm not a tax person, but you want to consult one, you should be able to go to them and say, hey, this is how much interest I paid for the year. So be able to use that as a tax benefit. So I would definitely say Don't be afraid to explore homeownership. Don't be afraid to see if you qualify, because in most cases, if you qualify to rent, you'll likely qualify to buy. Okay, that's just what it is. They're going to check everything. They want all the documentation from you when you're renting, just like when you're buying. Okay, so why not? Okay, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to explore, to step out and look at some stability, something you can leave to someone that you love, something that you can enjoy as you age, if you plan on staying in the same spot. But if you don't, guess what? You could turn it around as income and rent it out. So yeah, and then guess what? You're the landlord, so you have the power. So it's just one of those things that you shouldn't be afraid of. If you are, I get it. I'm not that agent that forces you to get into a house. I don't do that. I feel like when you're ready, you know when you're ready. When you see what you like, you know what it is. And yeah, and I always say your first home does not have to be your forever home. And in most cases, it is not. So it generally is just going to get you moving on your feet, get you that foundation, get it started for you. And then you're moving on to something bigger, better, and whatnot. So if you are in Arizona, you're looking for an agent, my contact information